I was actually undercover in Atlanta at one time for a couple months. I lived with a Sudanese tribe that were refugee immigrants. So I'm one of the only presidential candidates who's actually lived with the refugees. And I've seen how they're destroying America. There was a whole, I talk more about it in my book, Looking Glass Shattered. You can learn more about it. But so I've seen why I'm calling a halt for at least 3 years. These people are coming in. They're still fighting tribally when they come here to the United States. They're still living as Muslims. They're 7th century type of thinking. My policy is if you're not 21st century type of person, we don't want you here in the United States. And I can say that as an immigrant, and I can back it up as a guy who lived a couple months with a Sudanese Muslim tribe. So having my background is very unique. My grandparents, both sides came here in the 1920s through Ellis Island and made it happen. But so a big part of it is we got to halt this refugee, and I agree we got to also build a wall. It's more than a wall, though. We have to also destroy the tunnels, and we have to take out the cartels. We have to do a lot of painful things, but I can't stand what happened to Kate Steinle could have been any of us in San Francisco. She was just gunned down by an illegal, and that could have been me or any of us here listening to the show today. So I cannot allow anybody to be taken down by either a refugee, immigrant, illegal, or migrant. I throw all those words together because they're pretty much all the same. And one of my things that I've come up with is I think we've got to get back to having look at having different countries take ownership of the world map and doing the best we can to stomp out this 7th century Muslim Islam, the way they treat the women and everything. So I've always been very against the Muslim Islam. I realize also that many of them have served and died there at Arlington Cemetery, as we've learned from recent presidential debates. But I also want to say that they're also doing some horrific things. So they've got to, it's fundamental to Muslim, if people study that.